All right, I think this will be the last question.
Yes, go ahead.
Lucky me. Hi, Yaron. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Thanks for coming. I wanted to get some insight from you and perhaps a solution when it comes to the following problem that just came up organically about 5 minutes ago for me, so I thought it was worth addressing. In my experience, it seems like those who are pro-Palestine in the West clearly have the Western culture perspective. They're not in Palestine themselves. Palestinians in America are very different from Palestinians and the culture mindset over in Palestine. Thus, it would also follow that I understand how it seems and could be incredibly offensive. Palestine is bad, Palestinians are bad, Palestinians hate everyone who's not a member of Hamas. However, there is a serious distinction to be made between Hamas and Palestine and Palestinians in America. So what I'm wondering is, to what extent do you think that lack of experience of being in the Palestinian culture in Palestine and actually having the direct experience of Hamas and the conflict with Israel is what's missing from that experience that is making it maybe difficult for Palestinians in the West to accept that this is truly as horrific as it is? And also, do you have any ideas about how this problem that is big can be discussed in the West in a way that's kind of constructive between all parties, as opposed to, Americans saying, you hate me because I'm this, or, I hate you because you're this, because no one here probably is in Hamas, because they don't tend to vacation here.
Yeah, but there are people here that are willing to apologize for Hamas, right? They're willing to turn another, to defend Hamas doing what they did, or at least not to condemn them, and that's almost as bad, right? So I think you give them too much credit. I don't think the issue here is that they lack experience of actual Palestinian culture in Palestine and therefore can't condemn it. I mean, anybody who reads can read about what's going on there. You don't need to actually live there to know that if you speak up against the Palestinian Authority, never mind against Hamas, not good. Your life is going to be pretty horrible. If you're an atheist, God help you, right? These are not secrets. October 7th is not a secret. If you're gay and you're Palestinian in the West Bank or in Gaza, people know exactly what happens to you. There are no secrets here, right? And by the way, same thing is true of Saudi Arabia. I mean, we talked about Saudi Arabia, right? Beware if you're an atheist in Saudi Arabia. Beware if you're gay in Saudi Arabia, right? So that's why I'm hesitant to embrace the Saudis and pretend that they are friends of civilization. So I don't think you can do that. Look, I mean, I've said this a few times, but I think it's worth repeating. The only way to deal with this is to argue for a positive. Part of the problem is that we don't embrace what it means to be American, what it means to have American values, what those values are. And those values are universal values. They're not unique to some particular people that happen to be born in America, right? They're universal values. The values of individualism, the values of personal responsibility, the values of reason and applying reason, and therefore a free speech and the willingness to debate and discuss on the basis of reason, accepting reason as our guide to truth, right? Those are the values that we need to promote, and those are the values that are not being promoted at our universities, and that's the challenge. And as long as that's the case, there is no magic solution. The solution is educate with the right ideas, educate with the ideas of the Enlightenment. Individualism and reason, those are the cores, fundamental values, I believe, of what is Western civilization. The good in Western civilization is reason and individualism. And that's what we need to fight for. And only on that basis will we see kind of a rebirth of a positive civilization. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Brook. And I'd like to thank everybody who came tonight, especially those people who came not agreeing with what they expected to be heard said here tonight, and who may be leaving not expecting or not agreeing, but who took this evening as an opportunity to hear a point of view different from your own, to argue with it, and to do it within the bounds of the principles and protocols that make discussions like this possible. I hope we've all learned something, and I look forward to seeing you at future events. Thank you.
Thank you.